Good morning, evening and afternoon, and welcome to part 48 of Aokana,蒼の彼方のフォーリズム. Last time was quite an enjoyable little episode. It wasn't filled with action or drama or things like that, but I guess kind of dramatic, but it was more of a back and forth conversations between two individuals. One was SunaeVN and the other one was I can't remember his name, unfortunately. The shop owner was Shirase, Hayato Shirase. So the main conversations were about when we were talking about SunaeVN, talking to SunaeVN, and talking about the various matches that had happened and talking about Inui as well, and the talk with how Masaya also had a talk with Inui's second, which was Arika. No? Or was it Irina? I think it was Irina. So sometimes get lost to me. Anyway. They had a little talk about how Inui is unique and how SunaeVN believes that there's only one type of style that can beat her, and that is a style that's not really comprised of fouling, but more of an unconventional style, something that is not normal. She used another player as an example, which was Kazumi Kurobuchi, who uses fouls as a way to try and beat their opponent. So it was interesting to see that conversation and how that was implied to me that it will be Shindo versus Inui in the finals. I would have loved to see a bit more before that, but I mean, kind of expected a bit, so. But yeah, it was an interesting discussion about Inui and things going forward. After that, we ran into Shion and Shirase. They were talking about how, obviously, this was Shion's last tournament. He will be focusing more on Flying Circus, but as a club, he is unfortunately finished because he is a third year, and third years will be busy. Then Masaya wanted to talk to Shirase and hear his thoughts on the current matches that had played out through the tournaments for their team. And what he had to say was really interesting. Firstly, Masaya asked, is Asuka a prodigy? And he straight out instantly answered yes, she is. We kind of expected as much, but the way he put it was quite interesting because he sees Asuka as a stronger opponent, a person who can go further in pro Flying Circus than Misaki. Whereas he said that Asuka has both the mind, mainly the mind of a pro, somebody who can think on the fly and quite quickly as well, quick reaction. The only thing holding her back right now is her body and experience. Whereas Misaki is got the strong reactions in terms of her body and she's well trained. But she doesn't have the intuition or the quick thinking that Asuka has. And to Shirase, that is harder to train than the body. But it is interesting how he viewed Misaki as a boring player. And I thought that was quite interesting. And then I think of how Misaki thought of the match between Asuka and Shindo. She's really starting to see the difference in their ability, I guess you could say. Or not really no, not ability, sorry. It was more, she was surprised about Shindo that was showing his ability towards Asuka compared to when he did it to her. Anyway. Last chapter was good. That's all I can say. So anyway, moving forward. We're going to be talking with Aoi here to talk about the results and how everything's done for the tournament for them. And then I'm expecting to go into the finals between Inui and Shindo. I don't think they're going to show a full-blown match, but it'll be interesting if they did. But if they do, then might as well get started. Oh, when did you get here? Ari's son is there with everyone else. Guess I'm still on the way to the management tent.
初めてにしてはみんないい試合をしたと思う。そう言って褒めていたところだ。
And now come the complaints?
それはマサヤの仕事だろ。頑張れ。
Interesting. Here in Japanese she just says "gambare," which is good luck. Whereas in English it says "don't go easy on them," yeah? Don't have to tell me twice. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit off. I've got a slight cold. Not too good, not bad, but just a little bit there. I checked the time on my phone. Grand finals should be starting soon. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I have no idea how Ganeko went her match. There's a 30-minute break after the semi-finals. I think it's mostly there to level the playing field for the player who had the latest semi-finals match.
夏の大会の決勝戦は新藤さんと乾さんか。
Yeah, it was expected. It turned out just like Irina-san predicted.
乾さんってすごいですね。すごいって何が？
Interesting. This made me feel like there's that little nuance between them both, where Asuka can see something where Misaki cannot.
だってですよ。
Asuka looks at the copy of the tournament sheet. Oh, she's comparing the scores?
全試合ですごい点差をつけて勝ってます。
So it was that big on all of her matches, huh?
スピーダーが勝つときって点差が広がっちゃうこと多いからね。
Again, I don't know why, but I don't feel like she's a speeder. I don't know why. That's true, but isn't that scary? No one managed to stop her.
偶然ってことはないですか？
Nope. Maybe once, but there's no way she made it here on luck alone. It must be skill.
強いと言っても新藤さんほどじゃないんじゃない？佐藤院さんと当たった以外はトーナメント運も良かったみたいだし。
いや、そんなことはないぞ。水産の選手にも勝っているしな。運だけで決勝に残れる選手はいない。
Is that Ganeko? I can't remember her school, unfortunately.
そうかもしれませんけど。それにしてもほっとしたな。何がですか？だって兄ちゃんが負けた相手が2回戦で負けたら兄ちゃんが一番弱いことになってしまうもん。決勝まで来てくれたから兄ちゃんが弱いわけじゃない。
This is showing her what was that term? Sorry, I'm just trying to think. There was a term for brother complex. It's Shiskon and Burakon? I can't remember the brother complex one. I remember the sister complex one, but yeah, it's just showing her more of a brother complex.
ほんと、意外とブラコンなんだからな。
Yeah, Burakon.
ブラコンじゃない。
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they translate that as a fangirl when it's not. It's a sister who cherishes her brother in a sense. By that logic, Asuka and Misaki lost to Shindo-san, which means all our members lost to someone who is except for Mashiro, unfortunately. But Mashiro lost to SunaeVN, and where SunaeVN lost to... Anyway. Yeah.
いいですよ。どうぞ遠慮なくその先を言ってくれてもいいですよ。
It's nothing, really.
部の中で私が負けた相手だけ決勝に残ってないですから。気にする必要なんか全然ありません。佐藤院さんが相手だったら私だって負けてました。
There she goes again, putting herself down.
いやいや、私やアスカなら佐藤院さんに勝ってたかな。いいんです。私は私の道を行きますから。
Well, determination's good.
あれ、そうなの？自分の道を行っちゃうんだ。
Wasn't exactly what
美
she
咲
said,
先
but
輩の道を行きたくても美咲先輩が進むの早すぎるんです。そんなこと言わずについておいでよ、真白。
Hey, quit trying to lead her astray. Oh, they're on their way to first. The referee's already there, so it's almost time to begin. Wow, for some reason I was a bit shocked. Just the contrast between both characters, with the lighter, brighter colors and the darker tone of colors. Obviously, we can't listen in on them from here. Though, even if we could, we'd probably only hear them exchange short greetings.
いよいよ決勝戦の始まりか。
みんなしっかり見ておけよ。
Yep, this is an important one. What?
今の悲鳴は何でしょうか。
Good question. Doesn't seem like anything strange happened.
野良犬が次々と観客を噛んでるとか。
Pretty sure they'd be a lot louder in that case. I heard nige, which is like nigero, which is to run in Japanese. Oh no, igia. Wait, what? Okay, no, my bad. I misheard. Oh, what the hell? What's going on?
決勝戦を前に感極まった人たち。
Doesn't sound that way.
そういう人たちの声の質じゃないよね。びっくりしたって感じですよね。
観戦に飽きたどっかの生徒がふざけ合ってるんだろ。そんなことより試合に集中しろ。
I don't know why, but for some reason it feels like something big's gonna happen and it's gonna cause the finals to be cancelled. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I think it's because I'm thinking of things that's happened in the past where something similar has happened. A good example for me is Naruto. There was a tournament, things didn't happen because something else happened. Right. Shino-san looks ready to rumble. Saki Inoue, on the other hand, looks completely out of it. Feels almost like she's surprised to be here. Really? I know I should be mad that he knocked out 2 of my players, but at the end of the day, I want Shindo-san to win. That's the most fitting end to this tournament.
決勝戦なのに普通に始まっちゃうんですね。ファンファーレでも流せばいいのに。
We don't do that in Flying Circus.
でも花火の一発くらい上げてもいいですよね。そういえばマシロッチの友達が実況をするって言ってなかった？
Wait, Arika? Is she?
そうでしたそうでした。実況を聞かないと。
How do we even do that? I mean, it's not like they can just broadcast it to the whole venue, right? That would hurt the players.
確かヘッドセットを利用するって言ってました。なるほど。参加者はみんなヘッドセットを持ってますもんね。
Misaki starts clicking buttons around the small LCD monitor.
周波数？ よくわかんないけど、そういうのは全部マサヤの方で設定する仕組みになってるみたいだよ。
Okay, I think I found the right buttons. So, what channel are they broadcasting the live commentary on?
それはわかりませんけど、早くしないと試合が始まっちゃいますよ。
Don't rush me when you can't even help. Well, guess it's time to channel surf.
いよいよ決勝戦が始まります。死闘最強のスカイウォーカー、新藤和成。対するは謎の最速スピーダー、乾咲。
Sorry if that was loud for you, because it was loud for me. And it was loud for everyone else, it seems. At least we found the right channel.
お前たちまで一体どうしたんだ。
It's really loud. I guess that is what the commotion was about. Aokana and Malaka, who don't have a headset, finally understand the situation. Okay.
さっきあちこちから聞こえてた悲鳴ってこれだったんだ。早くボリューム下げて、ヘッドセットは外れにくいんだから。
I'm on it.
実況を担当するのは久那浜学院1年の保坂みのりです。プリティな声でがっちり実況します。略してプリガチなみのりと覚えてくださいね。
Right. Is there actually a way to turn her voice down? Yep. Okay, just slightly, because it is a bit louder than everybody else. Let me just double check.
実況を担当
Didn't
するのは
change.
久那浜学院1年の
Right.
保坂みのりです。プリティな声でがっちり実況します。略してプリガチなみのりと覚えてくださいね。
For some reason when they're talking about her friend, I thought it was Arika they were talking about, but I forgot Minori is also there. I was going to say, it was quite weird for them to have Arika do the commentary. Kind of makes kind of sense for Minori because of how she is. Is she for real?
プリガチ張り切ってるな。
I'm just trying to think now. Pretty gachi. So the only thing is, what I'm guessing pretty gachi is, because I don't think it's pre-cure. I don't know. From what I can understand with pretty gachi to me is more like, is there a direct translation for gachi? Because I got it on my tip of my tongue, but it's hard for me to really explain gachi. Like, serious or yeah, like an earnest, serious, real. I don't know. It's like seriously. Pretty, I think, is the shortened version of the English pretty. I think is what that is. So I'm thinking it's pretty gachi is seriously cute or seriously pretty or real pretty type thing. That's what I'm getting. I think she's calling herself that. So I think that's where pretty cure is from, but I don't think so. I know the only thing that reminds me of Precure is the anime, or manga or whatever. Sorry, it's harnesses. So I think that's where that is. She's just calling herself up there in a sense.
微妙に頑張って考えた感が切ないわね。頑張ってるのはいいことですよ。いよいよこの夏、死闘で最強のスカイウォーカーが決まります。果たして神道か、それとも乾か。
Okay, they did turn it down. Everyone in the audience is on edge after hearing that. Enemy's facial expression hasn't changed. This is weird. She's about to compete in a tough match, so why does she look so bored? Earlier I thought her nerves might have been getting to her, but that doesn't seem to be the case. kind of looks like she's getting ready to go for a walk. It's how a little emotion she's expressing. But why? I didn't pay attention to her face yesterday when she fought Prez. Was she like this back then as well? Was she like this before every single one of her overwhelming victories?
Set!
A horn echoes through the air, signaling the start of the final match of the summer tournament.
夏の大会最速の乾選手がローヨーヨーで一気に加速します。進藤選手はセカンドラインへとショートカットです。まずはスピーダー対オールラウンダーの定石通りの展開です。
So where I'm gonna expect this to go is everybody, and I'm pretty sure even Shindo expects her to be a speeder. And that is obvious, it's all she's shown. And then I feel like as soon as Shindo goes to second line and waits for Inui, and then he tries to initiate a fight, I actually feel like she might actually uphand him and beat him in a fight, which will show that she's not a speeder but she's an all-rounder. Interesting to see that.
進藤さん、ちゃんと乾さんを抑えられるでしょうか。できるでしょ。まあ最初は抜かれるかもしれないけど、今までの乾さんの対戦相手みたいに抜かれっぱなしということはないんじゃない？
And the way Misaki keeps saying that he'll win, he'll always win, there's no ways he'll lose, it makes me feel like he will lose. And it'll be interesting to see how everyone takes it, because obviously it is going to be a surprise upset. Agreed. I mean, if Shino-san can't stop her, then no one in Shito can.
セカンド V にタッチして乾選手まず1点です。セカンドラインにショートカットした進藤選手は乾選手と接触か交差しなくてはいけません。
Shino-san is waiting for Inui while circling in an area that's close to the second and third. Next, I think they normally go about here. I'm sure she's great at passing opponents. But like Misaki said, if there's no way she'll win when Shindo-san's her opponent.
そういえば、この大会で乾さんってドッグファイトしました？
Nope. That's why I think she's not a speeder. Because she hasn't shown it.
私の記憶だとまだしてないと思うよ。スピーダーなんだからそんなに強くないでしょう。
Yeah, they keep throwing out these phrases, I guess you could say, that make me feel like, yeah, it's the opposite, isn't it? Shindo-san is rocking his body in every direction to prepare himself for any possible route Inui may take. Straight ahead. It looked like Inui's body stiffened for a moment there. However, the next instant she raises her body and accelerates.
速いです。方向を変えたのに加速してますよね。スピードに乗った乾選手が進藤選手の手前で急上昇。これで一気に抜き去るのが乾選手の必勝パターン。どうする進藤選手。
Shino-san throws up both his arms like a volleyball player trying to block a spike, then charges at Inui. Blocks her. One of his hands manages to touch her shoulder from below. And that obviously makes both Inui and Shino-san lose their balance.
乾選手、この大会で初めて進藤を抑えられました。進藤選手のペースになるのか、それとも乾選手にこの先の展開があるのか。進藤さんのペースになるに決まってるよ。乾さんもあんな風に加速したらフェイントじゃないって分かっちゃうよね。
Yeah, she's really pushing the aspect that Shino-san will win this easily. Yeah, she really shouldn't have sped up there. Still, you should know that it's all thanks to Shino-san's skill. I mean, enemies breezed through all her matches as far, so there's no other possible explanation.
トーナメント運が良かっただけ。あんな分かりやすい動きなら私やアスカでも止められるって。
It's calling Shion a no-name.
私には無理かもしれません。
But I didn't take notice at first, but yeah, she even suggests that Asuka could have caught her there. So her opinion of Asuka has gone up there. But I still feel like she thinks of herself as above her.
当然のように私は無視なんですね。真っ白でも止められるって。うん。そんな信用できない声を出さなくても。でも、そんな美咲先輩も好きです。愛が重いにゃー。
Yeah, she says the love is too heavy. I, which is love, omoi is heavy. But I guess they just wanted to throw in the cats, the Nia, somewhere, so they thought, okay, might as well. Let's see. Inoue has lost balance and also speed, which means Shino-san has the advantage right now. I wonder how this will turn out. Someone said that Inoue steered her into playing in a way that benefited her. And that is honestly what I view here right now. You can easily see that she planned this in a sense. She wanted to go up, obviously, which obviously led Shindo to go up as well to stop it. So it's almost like it's going her way. And Ina-san talked about the true flying circus when we last met. I wonder if those two things are connected. What will Saki Inoue show us?
進藤選手はいち早く姿勢を戻し、下から乾選手の背中にタッチ。これで1対1。今大会乾選手2度目の失点です。
Who was the other point? I think it was Shion that scored that 1 point.
2度目？真っ白っち、1度目は兄ちゃんが取ってるんだよ。
Yep, your Burakon is showing again. She was so excited to say that.
そうでしたね。兄ちゃんと進藤さんが並んだみたいですごいな。いよいよ本格的にブラコンだな。
Sorry, that phrase is weird for me.
いよいよ本格的にブラコンだな。
Yeah, they're just talking about her brother complex again. I don't know what they were talking about here. And the first part was wrong as well.
やっぱり乾さんは大したことないんじゃない？このまま進藤さんが追加得点して終わりそう。
I don't know why, but I don't know. Actually, no, I can't see her thinking this as well. I was gonna say something about how the writers were I dislike this type of thing where they keep insinuating a certain point where there's no way they're gonna lose, they're gonna win, but I gotta think that Misaki as a character, as a person, might actually say this. She might actually see Shino-san that high up, so that is right. It's just, I think it's just because the way I am and the way I view it, and the way how Inoue is such an enigmatic existence, someone who's so mysterious. It's hard for me to say, yeah, she's definitely gonna lose. Shindo-san's way above her. No, I don't see that at all. Something tells me she couldn't be more wrong. I wonder if Asuka's noticed. Something wrong, Asuka?
何かに気づいたのか？
And Aoi's also noticed.
なんでもないんですけど。
But
言ってみろ。
yeah, Aoi definitely knows.
私の勘違いかもしれないんですけど、そのコーチは自分ならどうするか考えながら観戦するようにと言いましたよね。何か気づいたんだ。
I'd rather hear she's saying, "Did you figure something out?"
気づいたというほどのことでもないんですけど、私なら進藤さんと同じように動くと思うんです。
Yep, that is where the leading the path are manipulating your opponent.
私もそうすると思うけど、それがだから考えすぎだとは思うんですけど。
Enemy is steering Shino-san. Is that what you're trying to say?
はい。
うん。
コーチも同じことを。
Kinda. I probably wouldn't have noticed if Saduin-san hadn't already told me though. Just goes to show that Asuka really does have the perfect mind for Flying Circus. I think. I mean, that must be what she's doing, right?
二人とも考えすぎじゃないかな。だって乾さんがああ動いたら進藤さんはそうするしかないじゃない。
Here she's more saying with what Inui did, that was really that was the only thing Shino-san could do. So that is saying that is manipulation. That she's making it so that he can only move a certain way if she does this.
そうするしかないでしょうか。真顔でそんなこと言われても困るけど、私なら進藤さんと同じことするな。
There's been a new development in the match.
進藤選手が真下から乾選手を跳ね上げてからタッチ、得点追加、2対1。一方的な展開になってしまうのか。乾選手、厳しい時間が続きます。
Inui winds herself like a dolphin as she flees upward. If I do think highly of Inui, and I do think she is stronger than people are thinking of, what is her plan? Because I do believe she's got a plan in mind, she's doing something, but I don't know what. If they were going downwards, I can probably expect something, but upwards I'm not too sure. And in response, Shino-san rushes out after her from below.
ほら、一方的な展開になってきたって。二人とも考えすぎなんだからな。このまま終わっちゃうかもよ。
Yeah, she's saying about how you guys are just overthinking things. Maybe, but look how high Inui got. She's definitely gonna try to turn this around.
高い位置にいるから長いローヨーヨーでスピードを稼いで一気に突き放そうって考えかな。
That's the only reason for her to fly that high. If this works, she'll win through buoy touches in no time. Something about this doesn't feel right. Is this true Flying Circus? Definitely not. It's just one specific playstyle. Asuka is gazing up at the sky with bated breath. Has she figured out something we haven't? Enemy throws in horizontal and diagonal scissors as she tries to shake Shindo-san. However, Shindo-san prevents her from getting away every single time. He isn't reacting to her feint at all, which means he's playing perfect.
両者牽制するような動きを繰り返します。膠着気味ですが、進藤選手の方がやや有利か。このまま試合が終わってしまうのでしょうか。
これってある意味私と一ノ瀬ちゃんの試合みたいな感じ。先に大きく仕掛けた方が不利になっちゃうという膠着。
Maybe, but
私は違うと思います。と言いますと、 ました。
As not what I heard. So here she was just thinking, it's Sona. Ah, I've got it. She's got the she wants to say. So I don't know what you mean by it's hard to explain. Like, is what is hard to explain at first, but then she gets it. So
何がわかったの？
then here she says, what did you figure out? So for some reason this episode's got a lot of inconsistencies, or I'm pointing out a lot of issues with the translation compared to the previous episodes. I'm not too sure what the change was.
追い詰められてるのは進藤さんです。そうですか？私には完璧に先回りしているように見えますけど。進藤さんは完璧に先回りしてますけど、乾さんは少しずつ加工してるんです。加工する乾さんの頭を押さえようと先回りを繰り返せば。
Both Masa and Ari figured it out.
水面まで追い詰められる？
That's what I was expecting. When they were going up, I couldn't think of why. But when they were going if they were to go down instead, I can expect it to be a lot harder to fight, as well as be a lot more. Obviously, the thing we've been taught is going low is bad. That's the only thing I remember.
そんなことくらい進藤さんだって気づいてるはずだよ。
But does knowing actually change anything?
え？
He has no choice but to try and stop her in the situation, right?
そうかもしれないけど。このままだとどうなっちゃうんですか？
That's right, assuming neither Shino-san nor SunaeVN have caught on. He's gonna start thinking it's hard to fly in such a tight space.
二人とも気づいてないなんてことはありえないでしょ？
Yeah, I'm sure they have, but... Huh? Shino-san gives up on stopping Inui and turns.
進藤選手、どうしたのでしょうか？有利かと思われていましたが、急にサードラインへ向かってショートカットです。乾選手がゆっくりとラインを進んで V にタッチ。
Yeah, so they did notice. Interesting.
セカンドラインで乾選手を抑え込んでいるように見えましたが、このままでは展開がないという判断でしょうか。しかしその代償に1点奪われました。2対2です。
He decided to take it from the top.
仕切り直しというより手遅れになる前に逃げたと言った方が正しいだろうな。
真っ白の友達全然分かってないね。そこは多めに見てあげてください。乾さんって怖くありませんか？怖くはないけど。そうですか。私は怖いです。だってあんな風に自分が思うように試合ってコントロールできます？相手は進藤さんですよ。それは私は一瞬先のことしか考えられませんでした。
She hasn't pulled out any tricks at all. Inui has only used high yo-yos and low yo-yos and scissors so far. She's beating Shino-san with just the basics. How is that possible? Shino-san and Inui are flying along the third line as they fight to gain the upper hand. Music change. Interesting. I'm just waiting for the thing to go. Okay, I guess not.
2人が螺旋を描くように牽制し合いながら上を目指します。螺旋から飛び出して V を狙うチャンスもあるように見えますが。
Wrong. That's not what they're after. If either of them left that spiral, the other would claim the higher ground. And that would be bad news. After all, the player who has the highest position controls the flow of the match. Oh, wait a minute. They speed up. What is this? A sharp pain runs through my heart. Is it important to control a match?
マサヤ、これはなんだ？
I don't know. What the hell is happening? How many of the people watching have realized the situation is abnormal? I'm thinking that this is what they say is what they view as true flying circus. And when he felt a pain in his chest, for some reason it felt to me like it was something that reminded him of the past. So what I felt was maybe in the past that was how flying circus was, but it then changed to be more systematic or more not systematic, but more what's the word I can use here? Generalized? No. I think it was just basic. Just straightforward flying. I don't know, it's hard for me to explain, but I feel like I can understand it. It can't just be me. It almost seems like she's saying that playstyles like speeder, all-rounder, fighter don't matter. That's why I feel like it. I feel like this playstyle was in the past, but then it became more generalized into speeder, all-rounder, fighter. That flying circus isn't really about being fast or winning dogfights. In her mind, true flying circus must be about controlling your opponent. And Shino-san is just playing along? Does he think there's nothing wrong with that? Why? My throat clogs up, leaving the words I want to convey to him stuck in my throat. I mean, Shino-san, I call out to him inside my mind. Shino-san, she's looking down on the dogfights and speed battles we've engaged in for so long. She's stomping all over everyone's hard work and effort. Why aren't you putting her in her place? Stop her already. Force her into a dogfight. Don't play her game. Don't let her mock everything we believe in.
先輩、大丈夫ですか？顔色が悪いですよ。
This rate he's gonna lose. I'm fine. Next thing I know, Shino-san is below anywhere again. And just like last time, she's leading him toward the water.
うまく飛んでいたように見えたのに、どうしてセカンドラインと同じ展開になってるの？
It's like he seems to have finally noticed that something's up, but it doesn't look like she knows any details. What about Asuka? She's happy and excited. She's enjoying it. Asuka? A chill runs down my spine and goosebumps form on my back. Asuka is smiling. And it's a smile that stretches from ear to ear. It looks like she can hardly contain her joy. Does she find this fun? What could possibly be fun about this dull, freakish match that only consists of her driving her opponent into a corner? It lacks all the fun and excitement that people love about flying circus, making it look like an entirely different sport. Amazing. Asuka is really amazing. In fact, she is so amazing that she scares me. Shino-san has been pushed to the water surface. Inui blocks his attempt to do a reversal with that same old, utterly bored expression on her face. Damn it, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Shino-san's face is contorting. Come on, there's no time to get upset. Think of a way out. I'm sure you know exactly what you need to do, and how to do it even. If you manage to pull that off, we won't crumble in the face of Inui's true flying circus. Sure, you may still have to admit defeat and study her strategy eventually, but you can at least protect our way of life for a little while longer. You have to do this. Do it now. Do it, Shindo-san. I'm sure it'll be enough to get you out of that sticky situation. Shindo-san glides over the water's surface. And Inui pursues him. No, he's got a plan. Music change. Shindo-san tucks in his arms and legs right when I said that. He's doing an air kick turn. And I'm sure he can adjust the angle to execute a high speed 90-degree on that one that shoots him upwards. That'll get him out. Oh, a little surprise sound there. Inui flies a wide curve and heads upwards. She reacted quite quickly then. No, she didn't react impulsively. If she had, Shindo-san would have gotten the upper hand. She accurately confirmed what Shindo was doing, then proceeded to climb higher than him. She's really good. I don't know what else to say. Because I can say we'll try and figure out this next time. This was an exciting episode. As mentioned earlier as well, though, there was I had a lot of issues with the translation this time around. And I hadn't actually had that in quite some time, so I was actually quite surprised. And I didn't mention this before as well. I assisted on translating one version of in the past, not for too long at all, but I realized how some teams do their structuring, I guess you could say, in terms of translating. It's not just one person doing the whole story. It's more or less, it's a few people doing different parts or different routes. Where like one time I was tasked with doing one character's route. And I didn't touch the common route. So when I view something this long, I feel that perhaps this was translated by multiple people on the same common route. But then again, it could also just be it was translated but then proofread and the adjustment from Japanese to English and then change that into an English context might have also been done by different people. So maybe that's why sometimes I feel like it was done alright, and then sometimes it was done but here and there, I guess you could say. Again, it's not bad. It's just I feel like it could have done better. But again, that's just my view. And my view could be wrong. Yeah, so anyway, about the episode itself. It was... The key takeaways to me was seeing how some characters could see something where others can't. Specifically, Asuka and Aoi. Those two were the ones that know something quite quickly. And I quite enjoyed how Aoi noticed that Asuka knew something. And then what was interesting then as well was when something happened, Asuka was the first to notice something. And only then did Masaya and Aoi follow on from that. Just as these last few episodes, the thought process and the way you view Asuka as a character as well as a player of Flying Circus has shot up drastically. And that's just quite interesting. We already knew, obviously, that Asuka really enjoys Flying Circus and enjoys flying. But it's interesting to see that she actually might enjoy this style of Flying Circus more than the generalized and natural way that people have come to know Flying Circus. Interesting. I wonder how that will translate into the route. I'm looking forward to each character's routes right now, because each one has specific ways of going forward and interesting story developments which I can easily see happening. The only one I'm not too sure about right now is Mashiro. I'm not sure how her story will develop yet. With Misaki and Asuka, I can easily see their roots and what their roots could compose of. Rika's is also not too visible, I guess you could say. It's hard to say how that would turn out. The other two is definitely are quite visible for me. But yeah, so I did expect Inui to possibly win this, because the way it was red flagging here and there, it's sending flags to show that, yeah, this is probably not gonna happen. But it is interesting. I quite enjoyed this episode regardless of some of the little ups and downs. Because that's one thing I enjoy, is the character developments, the little nuances about the story and how they are written is quite good. And as it wasn't as I expected, I thought the match was going to be a little bit shorter than this, which is good, because this is a good way of showing a lot of things, not just about the match. As mentioned, they're showing a lot of Asuka and Misaki as well. I didn't say much about Misaki because it's focusing too much on Asuka. But Misaki, you can actually see the difference between Asuka and Misaki. Misaki has got a lot more of a simplified, more straightforward view, and sees it as a basic in terms of flying circus, the standard form. Whereas, because I think Asuka is more of a rookie, not too well experienced in the natural flying circus, that she can see the differences between both styles. I'm looking forward to seeing how this battle is going to turn out. I don't know. I don't think the next episode is going to be filled with just this battle. I'm sure it's going to end up soon, and then the ending, the rest of the episode will probably compose of the outcome, what happened afterwards, and what everyone's thoughts are on it, and talk about it. Yeah, it was quite good. I'm looking forward to next time now. Yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts, and I'll see you all next time.